Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahil Karim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'd, fa inna khayral hadithi kitabullah, khayral hadi hadi Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, wa sharral umuri muhdathatuha wa kulla muhdathatin bid'a wa kulla bid'atin dalala wa kulla dalalatin fin nar. All praises belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the only Khaliq, only Malik, and we call upon him with many of his beautiful names. One of his greatest name is Allah, with which we call upon him many times during a day. We seek his assistance, we seek his guidance. Whomsoever he guides, none can misguide, and whomsoever he misguides, none can guide. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our Muslim Home series, lecture number 13. Inshallah, today we will continue from our previous recommendation on working women in Islam, or re-evaluating women's work outside the home. And I was planned to finish this recommendation yesterday, but there were important things to mention in this with regards to this recommendation. So for that reason, I had to stop on this recommendation. I mentioned some points with regards to with regards to weak iman, or with regards to people who are still, or who are only fearing or worried about the coronavirus. They're worried about the creation. The fear, their heart is only filled with the creation. Although they claim that they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, although they claim that they are pious, but still their iman is so weak that they're only fearing this virus, or they only fear the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not in reality Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to look, and we need to reflect as well. We need to think where we are weak, and we need to change ourselves for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we are fearing from anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means we are weak in Aqidah. That means our iman is very weak. So please go through my lecture yesterday. I have mentioned a few points in that, and if you are coming under those points, then it's time to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sincerity, for the right knowledge of Islam. And we need to look, and we need to get back to Islam and change our lives, inshallah. And once we will do that, many things will be changed, inshallah. So we will start on this recommendation, women's working outside the home, or the working woman. What is the ruling with regards to that? Of course, the difference of opinion is there with regards to a Muslim woman, if she can work outside, or if she cannot. And if she can, then what kind of places she can work, or what are the possibilities where she can work. So the ayah which I mentioned and started was with Surah Al-Ahzab ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about the woman, and said that the woman, the Muslim woman, the believing woman, they should stay in their houses, and they should only leave their houses in necessity. If there is no necessity, then the woman is for the home is the best place for the woman. So my sisters, they should look, they should open up the Quran, and they should see the ruling of women working, or women who are leaving the houses, who are leaving the houses for no reason, especially those going outside on every weekend for shopping, and they're not taking care about their hijab, or they're not taking they're not worried about mixed gathering, or the sisters who are wearing perfume and they are living. So they should think, are we following Islam? Are we following the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not? Especially the big problem is women wearing the perfumes as well and leaving the houses. There's a hadith which I've mentioned I think in my second or third lecture, in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told about a woman who wear the perfume, and she leave the home, and if any non-mahram he can smell her perfume, then she has committed, she has committed adultery. So the hadith is sahih. So if you are using perfume and you are leaving maybe you're leaving for work, even at work you're going to the work and you have the perfume. You are sitting or you are at a place where your colleagues are male colleagues and they can smell your perfume, then you're committing zina, you're committing as you're committing adultery. And this is Sahih hadith. So please take care of this point. It's very critical. It's very critical. All the perfumes which you buy, they have nothing to do with outside. Means you're going at the places where you can actually literally other can smell. Thing is, if especially when we use elevators, when we are in the offices, we can literally, like, if we can if a sister she have left the elevator, we can literally smell her perfume in the elevator. Or if some woman is passing maybe from 2 meters. Now we have because of coronavirus, 1 meter, staying away 1 meter or 2 meter. In 2 meter distance we can still smell the perfume of the sisters, of the women. So sisters, they need to take care of this point. Stop using perfumes. You can use it only for the mahram, means for your husband. You can perfume yourself for the husband. And the problem is it's completely opposite. For the husband, they don't use perfume. They think and there's no point using it. So for the husband, they don't use it. But when they have to leave the home, they use the perfume. May Allah protect us all. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentioned in Surah Al-Qasas, what is the matter with you? They said, we cannot. This is the story of Musa AlSalaam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that when Musa AlSalaam, he was standing, and there were two girls who came, and this whole, it's very beautiful story, very beautiful story. We should know the story. When the Prophet Musa AlSalaam saw two daughters of the righteous man keeping back their flocks and waiting to water them, he asked them, what is the matter with you? They said, we cannot water our flocks until the shepherd take their flocks, and our father is very old. Look at the two men. They came to feed the water to their animals. So they were standing at the Musa AlSalaam. He saw that the two women, they're standing. So he asked, like, why, what are you doing here? So they said that we are waiting for the person, for the people to finish, so we can feed our animals. Why? Because our father is very old. That's why we came outside. So they were apologetic about the fact that they had to come out to water their flocks, because the guardian, his father, was unable to do so due to the old age. So they were need to do away with the need to work outside the home as soon as the opportunities arose. So the ayah, then in the ayah, it is said that, and one of them, the two women, said, "Oh my father, hire him." So when they came back, then Musa alayhi salam, he helped them, and then when they went back, they told the story to their father. Then these daughters, they said, and one of them, the two women, said, "Oh my father, hire him. Verily, the best of men for you to hire is the strong, the trustworthy." So subhanallah, the point they have mentioned the story here is only to show that two daughters, two men, they were outside only because of the necessity, because their guardian, the father, he was too old to bring out the animal to feed them. So now it's the problem is the woman. When can a woman work outside? Is it like any woman, they can work? Well, if they want to work, they can work. If you look at the Sharia, if you look at the Islam, then the best place for the woman is the home, the houses. This is the best place. Only for necessity they can go. Means if the husband is sick, if the husband is not able to earn money, if the husband is not finding, it means like there are possibilities when the husband is not able to fulfill the rights, or we cannot say the rights, means the needs of the house is not able to be filled by the husband. Or other cases, this is one scenario. Other scenario is the woman she's working at a place where there is no problem, there is no fitna. It's either only female working there, or even if there are some male colleagues, the woman, she is wearing proper hijab. Proper hijab. She should wear proper hijab. If you know, if the sisters, they know the places where they are working, there are male as well. Especially now, it's everywhere now. Maybe very few places it's like only human working, or the boys separate departments, but mostly it's like that it's a mixed culture now. So at those places, if a woman, she can avoid, she should avoid such places, working at such places. But if she, due to necessity, she want to work at such places, then she should take care of their hijab, of their covering. She should not wear perfume. She should be as per as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told a woman how they have to treat, or how they have to speak with their the opposite gender. Means they should not be very polite, or you can say smiling face, and they're very soft in their speech. No, they should be very hard. That means it's like they, to the point. They should, whatever the work is, they should be speaking not with soft wording. They should be no sweet talks, or you can say they should be very strict with regards to everything. No smiling, no smiling to opposite genders. And the best thing is, if they're wearing a niqab, that would be very best, because the face is covered completely. This is very best and recommended, and of course wajib as well. um, of course, there's also different opinions. Some say it's not wajib, but it's the best thing. If a woman, she can wear the cover the face as well, it's very good. So when you are working at a place where there are mixed culture, then take care of the hijab, proper hijab. I mean, it's proper hijab. Not, it's not you're just wearing the scarf, and then under you're wearing jeans, tight jeans, or some office clothes. You're buying office clothes just to be more attractive, just to be more professional, just to be more it's like the non-Muslim woman. You're Muslim, you're Muslim lady. If you want to work, then work as a Muslim lady. Don't compare yourself, or don't try to be like the non-Muslim ladies, how they're working, wearing short skirts, or the office clothes which they wear. No, you're Muslim. You are precious. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made you Muslimah, and it's Allah has given you the rights. Allah has given you all kind of beauty, all kind of haya. So you should be covering yourself at work. If you want to work, then you should be covering. Don't care if your manager, if your directors, they don't like you wearing the hijab or covering yourself from top to bottom. You don't want to work at that place. I know, alhamdulillah, there are some sisters. I know of a story in Kuwait itself. There was one sister, she was wearing niqab, and so one she had an interview in Big Four. We all know Big Four, the business people. I mean, it's the business study people. They know Big Four. It's like a top place, top consulting firm, and it was like a dream to her. So when she went there for a job interview, everything was fine, because she was very well qualified, alhamdulillah. And after the interview, she rejected the offer, because they were hiring her with only one condition, that she should not wear niqab. So she rejected that offer. That I don't want to work at such place where I have to remove the niqab. It's not the hijab, it's the niqab, where you cover your face. So subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allah has granted that sister with something much better, because this is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you leave something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give you something better. So don't don't care about the people. Don't care. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded you something, follow those commands. And if you are not finding the job with this hijab, you don't have to work. Allah will take care of you. Allah will take care of you. Allah will give you something better, where people respect women, where people respect the hijab. And you should only be working at such places where they take care of Islamic Sharias, means they respect the modesty, they respect the ruling of Islam, the hijab. If the situation is not like that, you don't have to work. Stay home, Allah will provide you. Don't worry that from where the food will come, from where the risk will come. Allah has taken the promise of the risk for the male, for the female, for everyone. Allah has promises that. All you have to do is you have to do the tawakkul on Allah. All you have to do is you have to follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you are rejecting the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though you are getting the money, those money will be of no use. Means that there will be no barakah in that money. So wherever you want to work after looking at the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't only look at the job descriptions if it is good for you. Look for the other things first. Look for the Islam, what Islam is saying, how I have to be working as a Muslimah in places. Wallahi, I was in Ireland, and I saw the women in the morning. They're going on the bicycles, they are rushing, they're running for the trains, the women's, and some are on the motorbikes, and it's like everywhere you can find the women. They're running for work. And wallahi, I thought one thing one day. I said, subhanallah, subhanallah, Allah has given so much respect to the Muslimah that she don't have to be worrying about all of these things. All of these things, she's at home. It is the right of the husband to provide. Subhanallah, it is the right of the father to provide the daughters. She don't have to work. Allah has given so much respect to the Muslimah. But unfortunately, the sisters, they're not ready to take these all respect. They want to earn the fame. They want to earn the money. They want to be like the men. This will never be possible, because Allah has given the status to the man. You cannot reach to that status. You have your own precious status. Wallahi, all you have to do is you have to cover yourself. You have to cover yourself. You have to obey your husband. You have to fast. You have to pray, and you will be asked to enter from any door of the paradise. Subhanallah, it's not that easy. I did not come up. I did not came to any hadith, any easy hadith for the men to enter paradise as it is for the women. Just 4 things, and khalas, enter paradise from any gate. Subhanallah, subhanallah. So the sisters, they need to love the deen. They need to respect their deen first. Because of these reasons, they have their lack of knowledge. They have knowledge about the dunya, and they have love for the dunya. They have love for the fame. They have love for the money. Wallahi, I'm not saying these things are not with the male, but because this topic is about women working, that's why I'm just talking about women. I'm not talking about male. There are many faults with the males as well, but because this lesson, this chapter is only about women working and how a Muslimah should be when she want to works. So please take care. Don't worry. I know of sisters. Mashallah, they're good. They pray, and they fast. They do everything. But because of the job environment, they don't wear hijab. They don't wear the abaya. Normally they are wearing the abaya. Normally they are covering themselves. But at the work, because of Allahu alam, wallahi Allahu alam, to please the managers, to please the directors, they don't wear abaya. They don't wear hijab, proper hijab, and they go in their the professional office dresses, the trousers, and some ajib kind of shirts, just to look very attractive. May Allah protect us all. May Allah protect us all. May Allah protect our sisters. And this is the duty of the husbands. This is the duty of the fathers as well, that they don't become the youth, that they should know how your daughter is leaving your home, how your wife is leaving the home. If she is not leaving the home with proper hijab, with proper means how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded a woman to cover from the top to the bottom, if she is not leaving the home like that, and a husband and a father, they are just, and a brother as well, they don't care it's okay. They don't feel any kind of halal jealousy. They don't feel any kind of ghaira, that their daughters, their wife, and their sisters, they are leaving home like that. Then wallahi, Allah will be asking the male as well. Allah will be asking the father as well. How did your daughter left the home without proper hijab for the work, for the work, or going out with your friends? You did not had any ghaira. The husbands, they don't think that it's okay if their wives are going out without hijab. They don't think that it's okay that your wife is putting the pictures on the Facebook without hijab, without scarf, without hijab, without proper. Your wife should not be putting any of their picture on the Facebook or any social media. And then so the person is called the use, and Allah will not look at that person. Wallahi, Allah will not look at that male whose female are doing such things, going against Islam, and the husbands, the fathers, the brothers, they're okay with that. They don't care about this thing. So protect yourself and protect your family as well from the hellfire. So this is the duty of the husband. This is the duty of the father. This is the duty of the brothers. It's not only that you're sitting on your sofa and your daughter is leaving home in front of you without proper hijab, and you're okay with that because she's working and she's bringing good money. She's working as per her qualification. She's working where she love to work. Similarly with your wife, with your sister. So please take care of these things. These are not small things. Woman not covering not covering herself is not a small thing. Allah will be asking a woman. Allah will be asking the people, means the father, the brother, and husband as well. So moving on, as I've mentioned, you don't have to be like liberate or feminist women like the non-Muslims. You're precious, you're special, you are Muslima. You are Muslima. So take care of this thing. Don't act like the kuffars. Act like a Muslima. Open up the Quran, read what things, how beautiful Allah wants your life to be, how beautiful Allah wants your akhirah to be. And because you're not reading the Quran, because you're not reading the translation of the Quran, the tafsir of the Quran, because you are not reading the opening up the hadiths, for that reason the iman is very weak. Iman is very weak. For that reason, I've mentioned the very first few chapters that the husband should try his best to give and teach his spouse, because the male, they are always trying their best to give the charity, listen to the lecture, but the women, they are busy with their kids, busy at home stuff. So they don't care. So they don't care about these things, and they become very weak gradually. So the next thing, in spite of the fact that the same motives were not present in our land, means the non-Muslims, how they developed this culture of women working. So this was not in the beginning. This was not the culture of Muslims, where the women, they have to work outside. But unfortunately, this is the norm now. The women's liberation movement development in the Muslim world has happened too. So now the women, they want to be qualified as well. I'm not against women studying. I'm not against women qualifying. I am saying that whatever the women, they want to do, they should be doing it looking looking at the ruling of Islam. Whether they want to be a doctor, whether they want to be a teacher, whether they want to be, they want to come in any of the profession. Before choosing the profession, look at the rulings of Islam. Will I be able to follow the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this profession or not? Maybe this profession is only for the male, but you are choosing this profession before because you like it. Don't choose that profession. Choose the profession where there is a need for the women, especially the doctors. There is a need. There's always a need for the female doctors as well. because in many kind of departments, in doctors, it's not only the heart doctor. The gynaecist, the woman should be there only, not the male doctors have nothing to do with the woman. They cannot operate the female patients. They cannot, as per Islam, they cannot operate female patients. Only in case of emergency and necessity, where there is no availability of female doctors, then only the male doctors they can operate the female patients. Otherwise, it's not allowed for. It's like I know, like in the gynae section, the male doctors are sitting. Like, why the male doctors? What is the point of having the male doctors there? It should be only for the female. So for that reason, I'm saying there is a demand, there is a need for the females to become doctors, so they can take care of the female patients. There is a demand for the teaching as well. We need female teachers to teach the females, only the females, not the male. The female teachers should be teaching only the female, the male teachers should be teaching only the male. This is the ruling of Islam. So before you choose your profession, always look with the eye of Islam. Remove the glasses of this dunya, and then look and take your decisions whenever you want to take the decision. Don't just jump into any kind of profession because you like it. And now, subhanallah, the things has gone like that now the parents, they're sending their daughters to non-Muslim countries without mahram. Without mahram means there is no mahram there is no mahram going with them, and they are sending their daughters to the non-Muslim countries for studies. Subhanallah, the worst thing a father can do. Problem: you have not educated your daughter with Islamic knowledge. Zero aqidah, zero knowledge about Islam, zero knowledge about hijab, no love for Islam, and no mahram with your daughter. And when this lady will go outside, of course, fitna, big problem from all the side. I'm not talking about I'm just we will talk about the non-Muslim countries now. Sending your daughters to non-Muslim countries without mahram is a big problem. It is not allowed in Islam at all. A woman cannot travel without the husband, without the mahram for 2 days, maximum for 2 days or 2 nights. And there's some hadiths for one as well, and there are some, I think, for more than 2 days, but that is very few or weak. So 2 days 2 night, not more than that. A woman, she can travel without mahram. And the mahram is not only husband, the mahram can be father, the mahram can be the brother, and the list of mahram is there. So they are sending their daughters to non-Muslim countries without mahram, and they're alone there. And of course, when they will be alone there, they will be in the non-Muslim country. It's very difficult for the boy to control himself there. How would it be possible for the girl to control there? It's not possible. And then after a few years, we see the consequence: girlfriend, boyfriends, and then I myself, I have seen these old things. The women coming, the Muslim women, they're coming there, alcohol, partying, and everything is there. They're enjoying their life, and then they don't want to go back to their own countries. They want to stay there. Of course, they're enjoying themselves. May Allah protect us all. So don't send your daughters to non-Muslim countries without mahram, without the proper Islamic knowledge, for the boys as well. Don't send your boys to the non-Muslim countries for the study. Make them study in your own country where you are staying. If there is necessity, you can send them only if you have given them good knowledge about Islam. Proper knowledge. Their base is very strong. They know what is halal, they know what is haram, they know what to avoid, they know what to take. If it is not there, khalas, there's a big possibility that your son will actually go towards the bad. That's what we see. And the people going from the Muslim countries to the non-Muslim countries, the ratio is very low for the people who change themselves. The ratio is very low. But alhamdulillah, there's ratio that people they do change. Alhamdulillah, myself as well. Allah has given me tawfiq in the non-Muslim countries. When I was in UK, that was the tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alone from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, there are things you should be praying. And if you're going to a non-Muslim country with zero Islam, no praying, nothing, then the chances are very, very less that you will change yourself or you will return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means change yourself for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So take care of these things. Degree, qualifications, these all things will be remain in this dunya. The money, the fame, the qualification, the work, the best jobs, everything you'll be leaving here in this dunya. Maybe you get the best job, maybe you have done the best qualification, and now you will find the best job, but these all things will remain in this dunya. Maybe you will start working, and after 1 month, khalas, you're dead. What is the point then? What is the point of disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So never disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the dunya, for the limited period of happiness, for the limited money. In the Jannah, in the paradise, there'll be everything, inshallah. Everything you need will be in the paradise, and it will be forever living paradise. You don't have to please your manager. You only have to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you have pleased Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, khalas, there is nothing more than that you want to earn, if Allah is pleased with you. I'll see if there are some more points. And yes, there are some sisters who there is no need to work, but they just want to work. Even at the low wages, they are working. They're just working because they like to work outside. They don't want to listen to their husbands, but they want to listen to the managers for each and everything. They don't want to be smiling and pleasing to the husband, but they want to be smiling, pleasing to the managers. May Allah protect us all from that situation. So they want to work in the low wages because they feel that they have to go out to work even when there is no need to do so, or they work in a place where that is not suitable, and this lead to much fitna and trouble. These all things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told. Why? Because these all things lead to haram. These all things lead to the fitna. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that the biggest fitna is women. The biggest fitna is women. So you as a woman need to protect yourself. You need to protect the environment as well, the society as well. You're Muslim. You should not do the things which will create fitna. Try your best to avoid such things. The permission in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, the permission has been given to you to go out for your needs, not unnecessary. A woman may find herself forceful to work to help her husband to cover the living expenses of the family. Now the situations are going towards that especially in the non-Muslim countries, it happens that things are so expensive, the rents and everything, that the women, they are forced to work. And if the woman is not working, there is no point they can survive, or maybe sometimes they can survive because they need extra money, because they need to save lots of money. That's why they force their women to work in such culture as well. So this is very bad. So with regards to the negative aspect of women working outside the home, few points are there. I will just mention quickly these points, and then inshallah I will finish on that. There's things that are often happens and forbidden in Islam, such as mixing with men, getting to know the men, and being alone with them, using perfumes for them, and starting to show one's adornment to strangers, to non-mahram men, which can ultimately lead to immoral conducts. You see what are the points? Mixing with men, getting to know them, being alone with them. Some meetings happen when you are alone with your bosses. Haram, not allowed. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when there is a man and a woman alone, the third is shaitan. So it's not allowed, and that's happened. And the women, they are fine. They're okay with that. using perfume, and they're starting to show their adornments to strangers. They're wearing such clothes. Maybe the top, from the top it's open, or maybe their legs, the legs can be seen. Maybe they're wearing heels to just attract them. The next point is not giving the husband his rights, neglecting the house, not giving the children their proper rights. The working women, for that they've given the negative points, that they're not able to give the husband their rights, proper rights. Neglecting the house, the work of the house. Their house is messy all the time. The house can be messy all the time. Not giving the children their proper rights. The next point is uh, the needs toward her husband and obey him properly. The problem in that, uh, or will she feel that she's independent of him, which could rock the foundation of the household unless Allah wills good for her. For her, these arguments about spending on the working wife and how much she would spend on the family means she's maybe there's a possibility she's earning more than the husband. Do you think that she will be giving you the proper rights? Very difficult. It is mentioned that Allah wills good for her only then. And if she is more qualified than you, if she is not God fearing, Allah fearing, then of course you will have the problems. If she is having the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then there is a different story. If she knows about Deen and Islam, and she's working for a need, she's working with hijab, then it's a different story. But if none of these things will be there, of course the life of the men will be in trouble. So these were most of the things. Of course, there are many other things when it comes to women working in Islam. We should be taking care of these things, and may Allah forgive us all. Anything which I've said, which is wrong, is from myself, and anything which is good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah help us, help our sisters, help the human, the Muslimah, to follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah protect us all. May Allah protect us all from this disease, and may Allah protect us all from all kind of fitna. Inshallah, I'll see you again next week on Thursday, on Wednesday, with lecture number 14, with new recommendation on the confidentiality, how you can keep the secrets of your of the family, and what is the importance on that. Inshallah, I'll see you next week. And also, like I do classes on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and sometimes Tuesday as well. I'm teaching Arba'in Nabwi in Urdu, same time, 5 o'clock, for half an hour. If you have time, do join me for those classes as well. Inshallah, it will benefit us all, our families. May Allah protect our families. May Allah accept our ibadah. Wa aqulu qawli hadha wa astaghfirullah li wa lakum. Jazakumullah khair. If you have any question, you can ask me. You can send your questions. I will send the answers, or I'll share the answers from the authentic sources. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.